Our Eyes, Part 63, A Soulmate AU, Monday, 6 o'clock a.m. I wake up inside. I lay in my bed for a little while, trying to give myself some more time to fully wake up before I force myself to get out of bed. After I'm fully awake, I roll myself out of the bed. I make my way to my closet and pick out an outfit. Simple sweatpants and a t-shirt. My go-to outfits. I always wear this stuff. It's comfy, and it's what I feel comfortable wearing. I've never been one to really dress up. I throw my clothes on and then head to my kitchen to eat some breakfast. After eating, I make my way to my bathroom and brush my teeth and then my hair. After brushing my hair out, I sigh and pull it into a high ponytail. Then I slide on my rings and my bracelet. I usually always wear these to help when I get anxious. I like to play with them when that happens. After finishing up, I head to my front door and I slip on my shoes and then grab my bag and head out of my house. I'm pretty much a loner. I don't really have any friends, but in all honesty, I like it better this way. I started on my walk to school. Ugh, this walk is so long and I'm so tired. I continue walking to Fuguro Dani High. Once I reach the school, I walk inside. First day as a second year. Great. I make my way to the office and grab my schedule. After checking it, I make my way to the boys' volleyball gym. I'm their manager. Once I reach the gym, I try to quietly sneak in, but of course I have to fail. Hey, 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 YN, Bokuro shouts. I shyly smile and wave at him and then make my way over to the bench and set my stuff down. Monday, 7 o'clock a.m. YN-chan, you're still so shy, Bokuro says, and I sigh and nod my head and fiddle with the bracelet on my wrist. I then look up at him and try to smile. I want to be polite and not seem rude, so I always try to give him some sort of interaction. Oh, come on, YN-chan, just say hi to me, Bokuro says while pouting. I sigh and then reply, hello, Bokuro-san. I say, hey, 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 Agashi, did you hear that? Bokuro shouts and I softly giggle. Bokuro's so funny when he gets excited. It's like watching a kid get rewarded with candy. I did, Bokuro-san. Let's try to remember not to make her uncomfortable, Akashi says. Bokuro begins to pout again, but Akashi soon fixes this with a few praise words. The boys then begin to practice. I stay seated on the bench watching them. Before long, I notice that the bell is going to ring. I suppose I should let the boys know that so they can begin to clean up the gym and be ready to head to class. I stand up from the bench and take a deep breath while fiddling with my rings. Boys, the bell will ring soon. Clean up, I say. What was that, what you ask? I guess I said it too quietly. I sigh and take a deep breath again and then speak up yet again. Clean up, the bell will ring soon, I say. Geez, you'd think that maybe you'd get tired of having to repeat yourself all the time. Speak up and stop acting like that, Konoha says. I sigh and look down. I start to feel bad because I'm too quiet. Maybe I'm just a burden to the boys. I fiddle with my rings on my hand and then nod so that Konoha knows that I was listening to him. Geez, Konoha, be nice to YN-chan, Bokuro says, and I feel my lip quiver. Oh God, Bokuro, don't stick up for her. She isn't going to get any better if you do that. Geez, Konoha says again. Konoha, you're being quite rude, Akashi says. Guys, I'm fine. He's fine. And he's right. I should speak up, I say. Exactly, Konoha says. 8 o'clock a.m. I walk out of the gym and continue on my way down the hallway. After a few minutes of walking, someone runs up behind me and taps on my shoulder. I turn around to see Akashi. I sigh and then he smiles at me. Hey, you okay, he asks. I just nod my head at him and he sighs. Are you sure? I mean, Konoha was really rude. I know how it feels to be quiet and get judged for it, Akashi says, and I nod again. Akashi is quite the quiet person, just like me. The only difference is Akashi is a calm quiet. He can be loud if he wanted to, and he has more of a voice than I do. But for me, I'm quiet because of not my own choice. It's due to my severe social anxiety. I can't speak loud even if I wanted to. I'm always scared. My mind panics and says, what if I stutter and mess up my words? Or even worse, what if I say something offensive? I look at Akashi and then smile. I promise, I'm okay, Akashi. Don't worry about me. I say quietly, almost as a whisper. Okay, well, see you afternoon practice. Bye, YN, he says, waving and then walking into his class. I continue to make my way down the hallway until I reach my class. I look inside and see tons of people in there already. I sigh and look down while fiddling with my rings, and then I make my way to the back of the class and sit down in my seat. After sitting down, I wait for the teacher to take attendance. Once she does, I raise my hand when she calls my name, but I start to panic when my other classmates turn back to look at me. Please don't do that. I quickly put my head down and continue to play with my bracelet, lightly bouncing my leg. Monday, 12 o'clock p.m. It's about 20 minutes left until lunch. Right now, we're learning about soulmates and the weird phenomenon where once you turn 17, one of your eyes will change a color into the color of your soulmates. Once we lock eyes with our soulmate, then our eyes will avert back to normal. We will have formed a bond with our soulmate. I hate the soulmate talk because, well, mainly because your soulmate can be a complete stranger. You never know if they're a good or bad person, for one. And for two, it's hard to find your soulmate. You'll have to lock eyes with many people because many people can have the same eyes as your soulmate. And that is too much for me. That is too much for someone like me with social anxiety. That's like torture. So basically, I've already given up on ever finding my soulmate. Honestly, I've never even thought about dating. I mean, I've had crushes before, but my mind has never wandered further than that. I'm too shy for that. A good guy would deserve someone much better than me. I sigh and shake myself out of my thoughts and listen to the teacher talk about the soulmates. Once you find your soulmate with someone with the eye color as you, you must lock eyes with them. A flash will be seen, and you and your soulmate will both become conscious about the fact that you're soulmates. You have formed a bond with each other, and one that will not be easily broken either. The connection between you two will be stronger than any other one that you've had before, the teacher says. A student raises their hand and the teacher calls on them. Isn't it almost impossible to meet them? Why are we learning about this? The student asks. Well, yes, it may be hard, but it's still possible to meet your soulmate. Some people spend their whole lives looking for their soulmate. Having their love for even a second means the whole world to some people. So we have to teach about this, the teacher says. Okay, so, like, can we date whoever we want, or, like, be in normal relationships, or does that not work? Another kid blurts out, geez, they're asking all my questions. It's like they can read my mind. Oh my god, what if they can read my fucking mind? Oh my god, I panic for a bit but calm myself down. You can still be in a normal relationship. It's just your bond with each other will be easily broken. And it takes a lot of work to maintain those. You can cut ties with anyone easily in a relationship like that, the teacher says. Have you met anyone who's met their soulmate? Another student asks. The bell suddenly rings and I jump up from my seat and make my way out of the classroom. Phew, I had to get away from all that soulmate talk. I mean, I may have actually gone crazy if I stayed in that room for another second. I think that honestly it would be so awkward to date someone else after getting your soulmate's eyes. I mean, you have to stare at your significant other's eyes and see that they have someone else who means more than you do to them. I mean, some people would disagree and say that you can love whoever you're dating just as much as you love your soulmate, but that's not entirely true. When we meet our soulmates, it's like something snaps inside us. We're drawn to each together, even if we try to fight it. It just won't work. You'll always want that person. I sigh and shake my head and then make my way back out of the cafeteria line into a small table in the back of the lunchroom. I sit down and eat alone. Monday, 3 o'clock p.m. I pack up my stuff and throw my bag over my shoulder, nervously bouncing my leg up and down while I wait for the bell to ring. Once I hear the sound, I jump up from my seat and speed walk out the door. When making my way down the hallway, I hear someone call my name. I freeze and turn back to the sound. I say. Wait up, Ryan. Walk with me, Akashi says, and I nod. He catches up to me and we slowly make our way to the gym together. I'm nervously playing with my bracelets on my wrist. This is awkward. I sigh a bit and glance at Akashi. Did you guys learn about soulmates too? He asks, and I reply. I don't know if I want to meet mine. The attachment seems pretty scary, Akashi says, and I nod. I mean, what if they live very far away and you only meet them for a second? It would suck not to be able to see them all the time. I've heard people die of heartbreak sometimes after being separated from their soulmates, he says again, and my eyes go wide. To die? I say pretty loudly and then cover my mouth. I hear Akashi chuckle and my face heats up from embarrassment. Yeah. Don't worry about it, though. I don't think it happens a lot, he says, and I slowly nod. Do you want to meet your soulmate, he asks. As we reach the gym, he opens the door for me and allows me to walk in first, which I do. No, I say in almost a whisper. Do you have a reason, he asks. Too much effort to find them. Also, it's kind of scary if you ask me, I say. Wow, that was a big sentence for you. Good job, he says, and I shake my head. I'm not a toddler, I say, and he chuckles again. Hey, YN, Bokuto shouts, and I jump and then look up at him. Hey, Bokuto-san, I say and wave. Woohoo, I didn't have to beg you to answer me this time. This is the best day ever, Bokuto shouts. Did you hear that, Agashi? He shouts again. Yes, Bokuto-san, I heard, Akashi says. Geez, you're so noisy, Bokuto, Konoha says with his pinky in his ear. Hey, mute, Konoha says, pushing past me, and I sigh and look down. I hate him, I whisper. Me too, Bokuto says, and I chuckle. Well, so cute, Bokuto says, and I turn red. I say. Come on, Bokuto, shoo, Akashi says, pushing Bokuto. Fine, Lynn, sorry for him bothering you, Akashi says, and I look down and shake my head. He doesn't, I say, and then make my way to the bench. After sitting on the bench, I watch as the boys start to practice. While I play with my bracelet. I get out the binder and start checking everyone's stats and stuff. The new first year should be here. I sigh and then decide to speak up. Bokuto-san, I say. Huh? Oh, yes, Ryan-chan, he shouts. I say. Spit it out already, jeez, Konoha shouts. Konoha, stop, Bokuto shouts, getting angry. The first years haven't showed up yet, I say. Oh, yeah, Well, where's the coach, Bokuto says. I'm here, sorry, Coach says, walking in. What did you need, Bokuto? The coach asked. Oh yeah, Ryan-chan said that the first years aren't here yet, Bokuto says. Well, it is still pretty early for practice, so they might show up a little later. Let's give them some time, Coach says. Stupid, Konoha says, and I sigh. I look down and sit back on the bench. Just imagine if he was my soulmate. Oh my god, I would hate myself. That would be absolutely disgusting. I mean, he's so rude, and not only to me, but to Bokuto as well. Geez, why am I even thinking about this? Although I will never lock eyes with him. Just in case that does happen. Wait. What do Konoha's eyes even look like? I slowly raise my head to look at Konoha. I notice he has a green eye, and one that's the same color as mine? I quickly flip my head down. No, don't overthink. Millions of people have the same eye color as me. Don't stress it. I hope on my 17th birthday that I don't wake up with a green eye, though. After about 10 minutes, the 2 first years bust into the gym. They apologize for coming a little later, that they had gotten lost. The coach tells them that it's alright, it's only the first day, so not to worry too much. They then introduce themselves, and we do the same. Of course, I'm quiet and avoiding eye contact at all costs. Monday, 5 o'clock p.m. I notice that it's almost 5, so I have to Of course, speak up again. Great. Konoha's going to say something stupid again. It's time to clean up, I say. What was that? The first year ask? Ugh, I fucking hate this so much. I sigh and go to speak again. She said it's time to clean up, Bokuto says. I smile and feel grateful for him. Oh, okay. She's so quiet, the first year says. Yeah, it gets annoying. What's even more annoying is that Bokuto coddles her and speaks up for her, so she never learns, Konoha says, and I sigh. You're such an asshole, Konoha. Leave the baby owl alone, Bokuto says. I giggle at being called baby owl. I wonder what his obsession with owls are. Either way, it's still kind of cute. I help the boys clean up the gym. After we're finished, I wait for the boys to go and change their clothes. Once they get back and grab their bags, we all leave the gym. I turn around and lock it up and go to walk away. Hey, YN, walk with Akashi and I, Bokuto says. I stop walking and turn back to them. I see them walking towards me, so I stop and wait. Once they are next to me, we begin walking. Of course, I'm being quiet, but I'm listening to Bokuto and Akashi talk. Bokuto-san, Akashi says. What Agashi? Bokuto asks. When you were in second year, did you learn about soulmates, Akashi asks. I did, it's so cool. You get yours in like 3 months, right? Bokuto asks. Yeah. Wait, Bokuto, your eye color is YN's eye color, Akashi says. I slowly look over and notice that Bokuto does in fact have my eye color. I mean, I try not to freak out because this is common, but in 3 months is also my birthday. I look back to the floor and fiddle with my bracelet. Yeah, it's a pretty color, I like it, but I want to meet my soulmate so bad. She will be the prettiest baby owl ever, Bokuto says, and I giggle. Bokuto, your owl obsession is cute, I say quietly. Thank you. You hear that, Agashi? He shouts and I laugh. Yeah, Bokuto-san, I hear, Akashi says to Bokuto, who's doing a celebratory dance. We continue walking and chatting until we get to where I have to turn. I look at the boys. I have to turn here now, I say. No way, me too. Let's go. Bye, Akashi. See you tomorrow, Bokuto shouts while waving to Akashi. Oh yeah, bye, Bokuto. Bye, YN, Akashi says, waving to us. Bye, Akashi, I say and wave. Bokuto turns down the way that we have to go. We continue walking, and then Bokuto decides to talk. So, do you want to meet your soulmate, Bokuto asks. Not really, I say. Why, he asks. Well, you see, I start to say, but then I trail off. Go ahead, take your time. I'm listening, Bokuto says, and I smile. He's always so kind. He never pressures me and is always helping me with speaking up. Bokuto is a good guy. I smile and take a deep breath before speaking. Well, I don't want to meet them because it's kind of scary, I say. How so, he asks. Well, I'm nervous to look into people's eyes, so it's awkward, and I'm always so shy. He might not like me, I say. Well, that's not true. You're so cool. Also, you're really pretty, so don't stress. Hey, and didn't you learn today that your soulmate, instantly falls for you when you lock eyes? He asks, and I laugh and nod. Yeah, well, thanks, Bokuto-san. You're also cool and handsome. Your soulmate is a lucky girl, I say. Thank you. I hope to meet her, he says, getting excited. I hope you meet her too, I say. We continue walking and we make it to my house. I stop and look at Bokuto while still avoiding eye contact. This is my house, I say. Oh, okay, cool. I'll watch you get inside so I know that you're safe, Bokuto says, and I nod. I walk up to the door and open it and make my way inside the house. I wave and then close my door. I look out the window to see Bokuto continue to walk down the road. Monday, 7:30 p.m. I had already ate the dinner that Mom prepared for me, so now I'm in my bathroom taking my shower. Today was an okay first day. It's just sucked having to deal with Konoha. He's an asshole. He used to always make fun of me when I was a first year and would copy my stutter and would pretend to have panic attacks like I used to. He not only copied me and bullied me, but he did the same thing to Bokuto. But Bokuto rose above it and became better. Here I am, still the same old scared girl I was. I wish I could be different, and I wish my anxiety would just go away so I could have a normal conversation with people. I want to be able to talk without repeatedly getting asked what I said. The only 2 people on the team who ever understand what I'm trying to say is Bokuto and Akashi. Those 2 are very kind to me, and I appreciate that. They're a weird duo, though. I mean, Akashi is quiet and calm like me, but Bokuto is so loud and energetic. It's cute, though. So I don't really mind it. I guess they balance each other out. When Bokuto needs to calm down, Akashi can calm him, and when Akashi needs to be fired up, Bokuto gets him fired up. I'm glad those 2 are kind of my friends. I finish up with my shower and then get out and head to my room. I lay down on my bed and relax. Time skips to 2 months later. Thursday, 7 o'clock a.m. I slowly make my way to the gym, again trying to hide my presence so that Bokuto doesn't bring too much attention to me. Thankful he doesn't see me. I sneak over to the bench and sit down and begin writing notes in the binder, updating everyone's stats and writing down notes and stuff. Like that. The coach walks over and sits next to me. Hello, Lynn. You managed to hide from Bokuto today. Haha. He's going to get you talking here soon. I can feel it, the coach says, and I giggle. I shake my head no and continue to stare at the binder and write all sorts of stuff down. I play with my bracelets, trying to calm my anxiety when someone shouts, "Hey, Wyan-chan, I didn't see you there. Yay, you're here," Bokuto shouts. I look up and nod and wave. He smiles and goes back to practicing with the boys as usual. Konoha has to open his big, stupid, fat mouth. I think not a single day goes by where he doesn't insult me or make comments about me. "Bokuto, don't you find her rude when she doesn't even acknowledge you?" Konoha says, glaring at me. "No, not at all, Konoha. She always looks up and smiles or nods. I know her communication ways. Maybe you should try getting used to them," Bokuto says, and I smile, always sticking up for me like usual. I'm a lot closer to Bokuto and Akashi now as well. I agree with Bokuto. She communicates perfectly with us. Konoha, maybe if you were kinder, she would speak to you as well, Akashi says. Well, that's the first time Akashi has spoke up like that. He usually agrees with Bokuto, always, but this time he said his own words. I smiled and fiddled with my thumbs. You too, Akashi? I expected better from you, but whatever, Konoha says. I don't know what you expected. You expected me to be rude? Me to agree with your shitty attitude towards my friend? Both of my friends? Honestly, Konoha, I think you have trouble. I think you love trouble, Akashi says. No fighting, you three. Back away from each other and get to practicing. Konoha, quit talking about people. If you don't have anything nice to say, keep your damn mouth shut, the coach says, scolding the boys. They get back to practicing and I slumped down on the bench. I couldn't say anything back. Maybe I should try to come out of my shell and talk back to Konoha myself instead of having those two always stick up for me. It gets Bokuto in trouble quite a bit, but now Akashi's in trouble as well, and he usually is always the good kid. I'm starting to feel bad. Next time Konoha spouts some stupid stuff, I will surely talk back to him. After a little while, the boys practicing, I notice it's time for them to clean up. I clear my throat and then get ready to speak the loudest I can. You guys need to clean up, I say. Why did it still come out so quiet? I sigh and shake my head, and then hopefully they heard me. Alright, let's all clean up like Wyan-chan said, Bokuto says to the boys. I guess at least he heard what I said. I help the boys with their cleanups, and then Akashi comes over and smiles at me. Hello, would you like to walk to class together? He asks while slinging his bag over his shoulder. Yeah, I say while nervously fiddling with my rings again. Thursday, 8 o'clock a.m. Alright, let's go, Akashi says, flashing a bright smile at me. I nod and slowly follow him out of the gym. We walk towards the second-year hallway in silence, but it's a comfortable silence, so it's not awkward anymore. Once we reach his class, he turns around and smiles back at me, and I look back at him and smile as well. Bye, Wyan. But, wait, he says, and I nod. So, would you like to eat lunch with us boys, he asks. Konoha, I ask. Yeah, he sits with us, but you can sit between Bokuto-san and I, Akashi says. I stop to think for a bit while playing with my rings and bracelets. I sigh and then figure, oh well, what will hurt? What will it hurt? Well, then sure, I say. Awesome, I'll come get you before lunch with Bokuto, and we can all walk together. Sound good, Akashi says, and I nod. I watch as he walks in his classroom, and I start to make my way to mine. I sigh seeing all the people in there, so I take a deep breath, keep my head down, and then walk towards the back. I keep my head down while waiting for the teacher to call attendance, and I do. I, of course, raise my head again, and then she continues on the list. After that, she begins with our lesson. Thursday, 12 o'clock p.m. I notice that it's almost lunchtime, so I begin to pack up my stuff. Today is the first day I will ever be eating with the boys' volleyball team, let alone just other people. I usually always eat alone. I'm actually really nervous. It's funny, I've been the boys' manager for over a year now. Bokuto was always nice to me, though, and then Akashi came along after becoming good friends with Bokuto as well. But now we're finally all friends, and they're wanting to sit with me. I'm sort of excited for this. The bell rings, and I stay seated for a few minutes while everyone rushes out the door. I'm just giving Bokuto and Akashi some time to get here. Once I see the two boys pop their head into my class, I stand up and then walk out to them. Hey, Wyan-chan! Agashi told me you're going to eat with us. I'm so excited, Bokuto says, wrapping his arms around me. I softly giggle and hug Bokuto back. Let's go now, Bokuto-san and Wyan, Akashi says. We nod and then continue to walk to the cafeteria. We wait in the line together and grab our food. Bokuto and Akashi and I walk over to the boys' usual lunch table. Bokuto sits first, and then I sit next to him, and then Akashi on the other side of me. The other boys are already at the table and look at me. I sigh and try not to panic. I begin to pick out my food, trying to calm myself. Let's not stare, guys, Bokuto says. The boys' table all say their sorries, and then they look away. I give a small smile and reply, oh, it's okay. I mean, I don't usually sit here, so you're probably all confused. I'm sorry, I say, quietly. Wow, you're getting better at forming sentences, but you're still ridiculously annoying and quiet, Konoha says. I sigh and clear my throat. And you're getting better at being a major asshole, Konoha. Is that all you know how to do is run your mouth about things that don't even concern you? I say, glaring at him. Wow, go me. Oh no, everyone's staring at me. I sigh and fiddle with my bracelet and then hear people chuckling. Hell yeah, Wyan, you go, Ishio says. And I look up to see the boy smiling and clapping. I ask. You stood up for yourself, baby. I'm so proud, Bokuto says and squeezes me into a hug. Bokuto-san, I say, gasping for air. Bokuto-san, stop, you may kill her, Akashi says, and Bokuto releases his grip on me. Annoying, like I said, Konoha says, jumping up from the table and leaving. Humph. That's what you get for being the biggest asshole in this entire school. Well, now that he's gone, let's talk, Komi says. About what? Akashi asks. Isn't your birthday coming up? Saruki asks. Oh, yeah, Akashi replies. When is your birthday, I ask. YBD, which he's saying your birthday. Akashi replies and my eyes go wide. What? No way, that's mine too, I say, sounding kind of excited. This surprises me and the whole team. They all look at me with shock and I get nervous and twist my rings. Well, your voice is, when you talk loud, is adorable, Bokuto shouts and I smile at him. Wait, we share the same birthday? That's so cool, Akashi says and I nod. Are you too excited about getting your soulmate's eyes, Michio asks. No, we both reply at the same time. Huh? Why? Bokuto shouts. Bokuto-san, I already told you why, I say. I did as well, Akashi says. Still, you guys would be good partners to your soulmates. You should look for them, Bokuto says and I sigh. Have you looked for yours? And Ohori asks Bokuto. I have. Sadly, I haven't found her yet, he says, going into emo mode. I quickly hug him to cheer him up. I'm sure you will soon. Keep looking, Bokuto, I say, and he smiles. Your eye color is the same as YN's. What if she's your soulmate, Anga says. That would be awesome. We just have to wait and see for her to get her eye, Bokuto says, and I flinch. Bokuto is my soulmate? I look at him. I mean, Bokuto is pretty handsome. What if he was my soulmate? Who knows? But I'm not sure if I want to find out. Like Akashi said, you can die from heartbreak, being away from your soulmate, and after this year, Bokuto leaves for college, so who knows? You know, Konoha has the same eye color as you, too. Wouldn't that be terrible if you were soulmates, Kamumi says. Please don't even speak that into existence, I say, and the boys laugh. That'd be terrible. I'm sure you would want to gouge your eyes out, Akashi says, and I nod. Well, if he was your soulmate and you locked eyes, your guys' feelings would change for each other, you know, Wishio says. Still, no, I would never forgive him, I say. I wouldn't if I was you, Unga says, and I nod. We continue to chat and eat lunch until the bell rings. I'll walk you to class, Akashi says with a smile. I nod at him and we begin to make our way to our classes, and then we say our goodbyes. Thursday, 3 o'clock p.m. I pack up my stuff, and then the bell rings. I throw my bag on my shoulder and head out to the hallway. When I get out there, I see Bokuto and Akashi waiting for me. Both of them smile brightly at me. I smile back and walk to them, and we make our way to the gym together, while Akashi and Bokuto talk to each other. And I, of course, am still a little shy, so I stay quiet until they talk to me. Wayne, are you sure you don't want to meet your soulmate? Bokuto asks. I'm sure. I'm too scared, I say. What if it's me? He asks. Bokuto, do you even like me? I ask. I think you're pretty, and I think I wouldn't mind if it was you, he says, and I laugh. I don't know. I think I would still be scared, I say. Why? Bokuto asks. Something I heard from Akashi. I say, Akashi, what did you tell her about me? Bokuto says, whining, and Akashi laughs. I don't recall telling her anything about you, Akashi replies. So why is she scared of me, huh? Bokuto says. Not of you, Bokuto-san. Akashi was telling me about how soulmates die of a broken heart after being away from their soulmate, I say. What's that got to do with me? He asked, tilting his head. Well, you're going to college soon, so we would be apart, hypothetically, if we were soulmates, I say. I'll still visit you. You and Akashi both. Even if you aren't my soulmate, he says, and I smile. Thanks, I say as we reach the gym. Akashi opens the door for us while Bokuto and I walk inside. I make my way to the bench and sit down while the gym fills up with people. Finally, the coach walks in. You guys will have a practice match with Nekoma tomorrow, so be prepared to kick their asses, coach says to the boys. Agashi, I get to see Kuro. Bokuto shouts and Akashi sighs. Not pain in the ass, Kuro-san, Akashi says, and I chuckle. Don't be sad, Akashi. You get to see Kenma, Bokuto says. True, Kenma isn't bad, but that rooster is, Akashi says. They're all annoying to me, just like you three, but Konoha says, pointing at Bokuto and Akashi and I. I say. Hey, Konoha, you know YN could be your soulmate. Try being nicer, Rishio says. Ew, hell no, I'd rather fucking take my eyes out so I never have to see again than to be with her, Konoha says. The feeling is mutual, I say. Whatever, Konoha says, glaring at me. Oh, wait, shut up and practice. You guys know that Nekoma is a powerful team, coach says, and the boys run to go practice. Thursday, 5 o'clock p.m. The boys begin to clean up the gym, so I help. Akashi and Bokuto are panting because they practice really hard. They want to beat Kuro-san and Kenma. I also know them. I don't dislike them or anything. Just Kuro is another Bokuto, and Kenma is just another Akashi. But we're not close because we're not in the same team. Bokuto has introduced me to both of them in my first year. I hope the boys beat them, though. It always brings them so much happiness beating their friends. After they are finished, the boys walk to me and ask me to walk home with them, and of course I say yes. How could I deny these two? Time skip to 1 month later. Friday, 7 o'clock a.m. I sleepily rub my eyes while making sure everyone on the volleyball team is here and ready to go to Nicoma's school for a training camp. Technically, we could stay at our houses, but we all wanted to miss out on some school, so we all decided to stay at Nicoma High. After realizing that everyone is here already, I pile the boys onto the bus. Bokuto and I sit next to each other while poor Akashi has to sit next to Konoha. I look over him and give him a sad smile which he returns. Agashi, Bokuto shouts and I rub my ear. Too loud, Bokuto-san, I say and he apologizes. What did you need, Bokuto-san? Akashi asks. Tomorrow is your birthday. Are you okay with being away from your family? Bokuto asks. Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't really bother me too much, Akashi says. What about you, Lion-chan? Are you okay with being away from your family on your birthday? Bokuto says, hugging me. Yeah, my parents are away on business right now. Anyway, so it's not like I'd see them. I say, scratching the back of my neck. It must suck. Your own parents don't even want to spend time with you on your birthday. They had to run away, Konoha says, and I look down, fiddling with my bracelet. That was beyond rude, Konoha. Oh my god, can't you be nice for at least once in your life? Are you okay, Lion-chan? Akashi says, leaning over to me and rubbing my arm. Oh yeah, I'm fine, I say while looking down, trying to hold back the tears. I mean, everything that comes out of Konoha's mouth is mean and rude, but that just crossed the line. I sigh and lean my head on the seat in front of me and stay quiet. I feel Bokuto rubbing circles on my back. So sensitive, Konoha says. No, you're just an asshole whose life is so miserable that you have to be mean to others to make yourself feel better, Bokuto says. Guys, I'm fine, just ignore him, I say. The boys sigh and the bus goes silent. Phew, I like it much better this way. Friday, 8 o'clock a.m. We made it to the training camp not too long ago, so now the boys and I are just setting up the room they'll be staying in. Geez, I'm starting to panic about the fact that I will have my soulmate's eyes by tomorrow. I'm so nervous. What if my soulmate's Bokuto? Or what if it's Konoha? They both have my eyes. Who am I kidding? I probably won't ever even meet my soulmate, so I'm not sure why I'm stressing out about this. After we set up the room, we all head to the main gym so we can meet all the other teams. Bokubro! Kuro shouts, and so we walk into the gym. Hey, Kurobro! Bokuto shouts back. I laugh as the two's interactions while quietly walking behind Akashi. Akashi makes his way over to Kenma and stands next to him. I shyly play with my bracelets while standing behind Akashi still. Oh, hello, Lion, Kenma says. Oh, hi, I say. What's up, Kenma? Akashi says. The usual, being annoyed by Kuro's over-the-top energy. Kenma says. Same with me and Bokuto, Akashi says. I enjoy Bokuto's energy, I say. Huh? They both say and I shrug. I usually don't have energy myself, so it's good to always see Bokuto so lively, I say. You're annoying without energy, and Bokuto is annoying with his energy, Konoha says, and I sigh. Who's he again? Kenma asks. Konoha, Akashi says, and Kenma glares at him. I sigh and just listen to Kenma, Bokuto, Kuro, and Akashi chat. Staying close by the two since they're the only people I'm really comfortable with. Of course, I'm still shy and nervous, so I keep playing with my bracelets and rings. Friday, 12 o'clock p.m. The boys started their practice matches, and now it's getting closer to lunch, so I went to the kitchen with the other team's managers. I quietly make food for the boys while shyly talking to the manager from Karasuna. So, Lion-chan, when do you get your eyes? Kyoko asks. Oh, tomorrow, actually, I say while mixing something. Ooh, exciting. Well, you're surrounded by lots of boys, so who knows, you might meet them, she says, and I sigh. I'd rather not, I say. Huh? Why is that? She asks. Too scared, I guess. If you haven't noticed, I'm shy, I say. I see. Well, I'm pretty shy, too. Calm and reserved. My soulmate is a very outgoing person, though, she says. Oh, you met your soulmate, I ask excitedly. Why am I excited? I don't want to meet mine. I also never met someone who has met their soulmate. This is crazy to me. She smiles at me, nods. His name's Tanaka. He's a boy from my team. She says, wow, so he was close to you. You're lucky, I say. Yeah, I am pretty lucky. You seem more interested now that you know that it's possible to meet your soulmate, Kyoko says. Only a little. Oh well, my food's done, so I'm going to go tell my team to come and eat. Bye, Kyoko-san. I say and wave to her as I exit the kitchen. I take a deep breath and make my way into the gym where the boys are. I'm extremely nervous, mainly because I know that there's two other teams in here, not including my team. I slowly open the door and then peek my head in. Once I spot Bokuto, I smile and walk in. I walk to Bokuto and tap on his shoulder. Bokuto-san, I say quietly. Hey, Lion-chan, Bokuto says. Hi, the food's done, I say, fiddling with my rings. Hey, Fukurodani, the food's done, Bokuto shouts. Geez, you're even worse than you were before. You couldn't even tell us yourself. You had to tell Bokuto and have him tell us. What are you, a baby? Konoha says, pushing past me. I sigh and Bokuto wraps his arms around me and hugs me tightly. Hey, don't worry about him, he says, and I nod. Lion, he's an asshole, okay? Don't let him get to you. You'll come out of your shell eventually, whenever you're ready, Akashi says, wrapping his arm around my shoulder. Yeah, thanks, guys, I reply. We walk to the cafeteria together. We sit at the table for Fukurodani's team, and after getting our food. Konoha is one of Konoha is, of course, doing what he does best and talking shit about Bokuto and I and the other teams. God, he's the most annoying person I have ever met. After we're done eating, we chill at the table for a little while Kuro and Kenma have joined us. Kenma brought over someone new. Hey guys, this is Shoyo, Kenma says. Hi, I'm Hinata Shoyo. Nice to meet you guys, Hinata says. He's loud like Bokuto-san, Akashi says, and I nod my head in agreement. Whoa, hey Hinata, I'm Bokuto, Bokuto shouts. I'm Akashi, and this is Wayan, Akashi says, introducing us both. Isn't she gorgeous? Bokuto shouts to Hinata. Yeah, you're pretty. Nice to meet you, Bokuto and Akashi and Wayan, the boy says. I feel my face heat up with the sudden compliments from the two boys. I smile and look down. Thank you, but that's just not true, I say, shaking my head. But it is true, Wayan, Akashi says to me, and I freeze. Akashi isn't one to just compliment people, so this catches me off guard. I mean, I'm very used to Bokuto doing it by now. He does it quite a bit. I mean, at first I was shy, but since it's an everyday thing now, I've sort of gotten used to it. Thank you, Akashi, I say. Agashi? Bokuto shouts. Shh, Bokuto-san, Akashi says. The boys begin to chat more amongst each other while I sit here quietly listening to them and only talking when I'm talked to. Friday, 6 o'clock p.m. The boys all went to shower while I'm starting to make their dinner for tonight. It's getting closer and closer until my birthday, and for some reason, I can feel my heart pounding out of my chest. This is so nerve-wracking. Why am I so nervous to see an eye color? I have absolutely no chances of ever meeting my soulmate, simply because 1, I won't even look anyone in the eyes, and 2, I don't want to meet them, and finally, they are probably someone halfway across the world. After I finish making the dinner, I walk out and go to tell the boys that the food is done. I notice Akashi and Bokuto haven't even showered yet. I sigh and walk over to them. You two, I say. Hey, huh? Oh, hey, Wayan-chan, Bokuto shouts. Why haven't you showered yet? The food's done, I say. Oh, we're going to practice more after eating with Kuro and Lev, Akashi says, and I slowly nod my head. Okay then. The food's ready, come eat, I say, quietly, and then turn away from the two boys. If they're going to practice more after eating, that means I will be left alone in the room with Konoha. Just great. I sigh and mope my way back into the dining hall and plating my dinner. I then walk over to the table and sit down, picking at my food nervously. I really don't want to be left alone with Konoha. I mean, the other boys will be there, but I'm not close with them. After playing with my food a bit, someone speaks up. What's wrong, Wayan-chan? Not hungry? Bokuto asks while sitting next to me. I shrug my shoulders and continue to move my food around. Come on, open up, Bokuto says, grabbing my fork and then stabbing it into some food and pushing it into my mouth. Oomph, I say while chewing. Eck, Bokuto-san, I say at him angrily. What, you need to eat to be big and strong like me, he says, flashing me a smile. I smile back and shake my head at him. I agree, Wayan, please eat, Akashi says, and I nod. The rest of the team joins us and begins eating as well. Right now, Konoha is surprisingly really quiet. I wonder why. Friday, 7 o'clock p.m. The two boys run off to go play with Kuro and Lev, while I make my way to my room. As I'm starting to approach the room, someone grabs my wrist and pulls me back. I get startled, so I let out a scream. Ah, I say, but it still comes out kind of quiet. You could easily get kidnapped, the boy says. What do you want? I ask, with my eyes squeezed tightly shut from being so nervous. Open your eyes, Wayan. I don't even want to hurt you. I'm just here to apologize, the boy says. I suddenly recognize his voice, and my eyes shoot open. I turn around and stare at the boy, who looks down at me with a small smile. I sigh and glare at him. What do you want, Konoha? I ask. I told you, I want to apologize, he says, and I chuckle and roll my eyes. Yeah, whatever. Let me go, I say. Hey, no, I'm not done talking to you, he says, holding my arm tightly. I wince in pain and then sigh and nod my head. In defeat. He finally lets me go after a bit, and then I start to nervously fiddle with my rings and bracelets again. Like I was saying, I'm sorry, he says, and I tilt my head in confusion. Why, I ask. Why what, he says. Why do you want to apologize, I say, looking down. Your birthday is tomorrow, right? He asks, and I sigh and nod. What does my birthday have to do with him apologizing? I shake my head and then answer. I say shyly. You get your eyes tomorrow, he says, and I nod my head. If we're soulmates, I wanted to apologize, so here I am apologizing, he says, while nervously kicking his feet back and forth. I chuckle under my breath about him looking so shy. It doesn't suit him. We won't be soulmates, but whatever, you're forgiven, I guess, I say. I have a feeling we are soulmates, though, Konoha says, and I shake my head. If you're my soulmate, I'll move to a different place in the world and die of a broken heart. Better yet, I will never even look you in the eyes just to be safe, I say, and he scoffs. Don't be like this, Wayan, he says. I shake my head and make my way back to the room. Who does he think he is? Friday, 10 o'clock p.m. 2 more hours until I wake up with my soulmate's eyes, and I am praying that it's not Konoha. The door opens, and in walks Akashi and Bokuto. They walk in, and their eyes go wide as they see Konoha's futon right next to mine. Konoha, move your futon. I want to sleep on way in, Akashi says. No, Konoha says, and I sigh. What's going on here? Bokuto shouts. We don't know. After coming back from dinner, Konoha has been glued to Wayan, Rishio says. Why? Akashi asks. I don't know, I say. Explain, Bokuto shouts. I just want to sleep next to her, so everyone just shut up and go to sleep, Konoha says. Bokuto hurriedly puts his futon next to mine and lies down. We all say our goodnights, and then I face Bokuto to fall asleep. Saturday, 6 o'clock a.m. I blink my eyes awake and then see that Bokuto staring at me. I watch as his eyes widen. My eyes! Those eyes! I've seen them before. Whose do they look like? Bokuto says, tapping his chin. I jump up and run out of the room and try to find a bathroom. Once I do, I slam the door open and look at myself in the mirror. I see a beautiful blue eye. Bokuto said that he's seen this eye color before. Whose is it? I smile. This eye is absolutely gorgeous. After staring at myself for a bit, I walk back into the room and open the door, and everyone turns to me. Is it my eye? Look at me, Konoha says, pulling my face to look at him. Don't touch me, I say, avoiding eye contact. Wow, the eye's really pretty, especially on you, Wayan-chan, Bokuto says, and I smile. Thank you, Bokuto, I say, and smile at him brightly. May I see it, Akashi asks. I turn to look at Akashi, and our eyes meet. A sudden flash of white light covers my vision. Akashi is my soulmate? Ah! I shout. This is actually a loud shout. Ah! What? Akashi shouts. What's wrong? Agashi, are you and Wayan okay? Bokuto shouts. Shh, Bokuto-san, Akashi says. I look at Akashi with pure admiration. My heart feels full, but this isn't all due to the fact that we're soulmates. I have actually always thought Akashi was handsome. My heartbeat quickens as I watch Akashi's eyes trace over me and my body. I smile and feel shy. I try to look away from him, but my eyes and heart also want me to admire him, so I do. You're so beautiful, and I'm not saying that because you're my soulmate. I'm saying that because I've always thought it. I was just too afraid to say anything. I never wanted to meet my soulmate, but now I'm glad I have. Wayan, will you be my girlfriend? Akashi says, and my mouth drops open. I say, wait, you're soulmates? Bokuto shouts. Yes, Bokuto-san, Akashi and I both say. Damn it, Agashi, Bokuto says, frowning. Please, I want my answer, Bokuto-san, Akashi says, looking back at me. I smile and then nod. Yes, Akashi, I will go out with you, I say, and then feel his arms wrap around me and hold me tightly. Damn it, I apologize for nothing, Konoha scoffs. The end.